Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's been a couple of weeks since I was in this area. We're gonna go check out the camera that I put out for the moose. I haven't been able to get in because we've had a lot of wildfires and stuff here in this part of the country and in this part of the province. So there was an ATV ban and it's quite a long walk to get in here, so I never made it in. So we're gonna come in, check it out, see if there's anything on the camera, see if there's any activity around. Just have a little walk here in the woods, so you know, hopefully you'll watch and hopefully you'll enjoy the video, and if you do, thank you. I really appreciate your time, and hopefully you enjoy the content. So it's been about 3 or 4 weeks since I was in here last time, and in that time it has been extremely hot, as you've seen in my other videos in my garden. Yeah, it's been extremely hot, 30 degrees, 35 degrees for like 2 weeks. There's been little to no rain, and we did get a little bit of a rain earlier this week. We're supposed to get another like inch of rain on Tuesday. This is Saturday, August the 23rd, I believe, and in that time you can definitely tell the effects that it's been having on the forest. So things have dried up so much that yeah, the birch and a lot of the alder trees are starting to drop their leaves, and fall is coming in quick. Like I said, 2 weeks ago it was like 35 degrees, and today it's like 10 degrees. It feels a lot cooler. I've got a wool sweater on, which is hard to believe that 2 weeks ago you could barely go for a walk without you know, sweating a whole lot, and you'd never be able to wear something like this. So here's some moose sign right here. Looks like a fairly fresh so we're going to check out the camera, see if there's any footage on it. If there is, I'll show it in the video. And then we're going to go to a different location, a little bit up the path. I'm going to take my ATV up there, and it's a pretty good spot up there as well. A lot of bogs, very moosey sort of area. But there's a couple of areas where there's really big trees down across the path, so I'm going to have to clear that out to be able to get through there, and hopefully set up a camera there and see what, if anything, is in that area. All right, there's my camera right where I left it. Let's see if there's anything on it. All right, so as I expected, there were some videos on the camera there. It looked like there was two videos, and I'll put them here shortly. It looked like there was a bull, a young bull, and a cow walking past the camera, and then a couple of nights previous to that, it looks like there was a bull, and interestingly enough, a fox was walking alongside it at the path, which is pretty cool. I haven't seen that before. two woodland animals walking down the trail together. Pretty cool to see. So anyway, I turned the camera back on. I'm gonna leave it there for another week or so, and then I'm going to spend some time in here, check out some of the game trails off of the main path here. So I'm gonna walk out, and then we'll head to the other area and see if I can get that tree out of the way, and then get deeper into the woods and put a camera up in there. So we'll see you over there. So I'm at the trail here now that I was talking about earlier. Here's this tree that's kind of in the way here. So I'm gonna have to cut that down, get it out of the way. There is another trail right here through the trees, but it's like super boggy. And this whole section of trail is pretty boggy in itself. So there's these secondary trails like going around the bog that some people have cut. And I like to cut down on the bog, the bog riding on the quad as much as possible. Here we are here. It's quite a big bog hole here, so it's not super deep, it's just messy, and I just prefer not to have to do it. Particularly these big holes like up right here. So rather than using a chainsaw, which is pretty loud and draws a lot of attention and stuff, I've got one of these here. This is a Silky Katana Boy 650. Yeah, they're great for doing this kind of stuff. Nice. Well, I've got everything cleaned up to enough of a point now where I can get the bike through at least. This is the rest of the tree here. It's hung up in all these trees here, so I'm not gonna attempt to get that down. There's no need. Right. Well, there's still some sections here that are pretty boggy, which I can get through, but it's getting late in the day now, and I don't really want to, get stuck and then have the trouble of trying to get out of here when it's getting dark and stuff. So, but there's a bog over here through the trees, but there's also a path that's cut along the edge of the bog, which I'll be able to get the bike through and then break out this way and bypass it. So this is what it looks like out here. It's kind of dried up down here. You can get through that, no problem. But there's this section over here which is pretty boggy. Pretty sure I can get through it. Someone came through here recently and got through it. There's a couple of trees here to be able to tie off for winch points and stuff. But like I said, it's getting late in the day. I don't really want to do that right now. So, as you can see there, it's a good foot of bog. So maybe another day when it's not so late. But instead of going this way, you can cut through the trees over here. So there's a bog off to the right hand side over this way. There's some moose tracks coming out of it and stuff, so I'll set up a camera over there as well. So that will be another video. So for now, I'm gonna head back to the bike, turn around and head back out. But we'll be back and we'll get in here and set up some cameras. So thanks for watching. See you next time.